Are you intoxicated?
Mildly so, yes.
One shot of Glenlivet Federal Reserve
Yeah, it's
really got you there. That Popeye's chicken just wasn't enough.
No, I mean, it was just tenders. It's not that.
I mean, I ordered just tenders from the much better, arguably best chicken tenders of Chicken Express.
That's cap.
I mean, Popeyes, they're international. They kind of diluted themselves, but Chicken Express, right here in Texas, local, much better. If I don't have a disrespectful black woman making my food, then it's not good. You just don't get that at Popeyes.
Hold on. Hey. Hold on. All right, you know what? This is going to get too racist. Cut that out.
All right, well, I went to CrankGameplays. I have to do this show / I have to do this tour.
Really?
So he is a sub kind of YouTuber of Markiplier. So he did YouTube for years, right? And then he eventually went to a convention, met Markiplier, did a backflip, and kind of became known as Backflip Guy.
Interesting.
And then eventually his YouTube channel started kind of hitting off. And then he joined Markiplier after one of Markiplier's editors from Syndigo committed suicide. He had more people come in to help him out. That was kind of a traumatic experience. And CrankGameplays, or Ian, was one of those people. So he's now kind of with Markiplier, kind of doing his own thing as well.
That's pretty cool.
And he went on tour with Markiplier. So when I went to Markiplier's tour way back in the day, he was one of the people on the tour with Bob and Wade. And he was half of Unis Honest. So as you see in my room, I have a lot of Unis Honest stuff, flags.
Yeah, I was wondering, what the fuck is that skull, that hourglass? Like, what is all that shit?
That is Unis Honest.
Okay.
Honest.
I used to see that as Uranus Anus.
Uranus Anus?
Yeah, Uranus, well, yeah.
It's Unis Honest, which means 1 year, and their motto is Memento Mori, which is death is inevitable.
What is this, like Latin or something?
Yeah. They created a channel, and it became super popular. And they released a video every day for an entire year, and then they deleted the channel at the end of the year.
What?
That's what it was.
Why?
So you had to live in the moment. I mean, people's archived it, clearly. And one of the biggest things is they did a lot of stuff with pee.
Did I hear that right? Hold on. I need to get closer to the mic. Did I hear that right? You said piss.
Yeah, so...
Piss. What kind of degenerate era are we living in?
Well, the first episode of Unis Honest was cooking breakfast with sex toys. So they use like fleshlights as like milk containers to like measure out things. They whip the eggs with like a dildo.
Please tell me they were not used.
No, they were brand new. They went, which is funny, is they had a hidden camera on them, and they were going to like Adam and Eve, and they were like, "Oh, since you're spending $700, do you want to sign up for our rewards program? You'll get 10% off." He's like, "Yeah, let me sign up for that."
What the fuck? The things you do for clout or just for attention.
Well, they had two big things with pee. So the first one was drinking it, but it was filtered in like one of those water filtration devices.
Please tell me it was hydrated piss at least.
Well, it was filtered, so it doesn't matter. But yeah, he said during the show, he was like, "Hey, raise your hand if you're a parent out there that just was taken here because your child wanted to come." And they like raised their hands, and then he said, "Okay, now keep your hands up if you have no idea who I am." And then he proceeded to be like, "Well, there's one thing you should know about me. And you might have seen it at the merch out there, especially if you have the VIP badges. I drunk piss once." And then he sung an entire song. He's like, "I drunk piss once. I drunk piss." That was a whole musical number. But then the other pee thing is pee sauna.
Do I even want to know what that is?
Well, there is a private sauna thing where you like zip yourself up and it's like in your own home and you can do sauna. And you're supposed to put water in the container. But they tried it with beer and Red Bull. And then eventually, piss.
Bro, the second coming can't come soon enough.
Again, just like Scribble Showdown, I got VIP front row. I was third row, but I have VIP access, early access, and everything. I met a friend there, so I think you remember I was selling Unis Honest shirts that I found at a thrift store. So I went to a random thrift store one time and found a bunch of Unis Honest shirts.
Okay.
We might actually make a knot sometime about that in the future. How crazy that is. Yeah, so I had a friend that I'd met through that. Her and her husband was supposed to go, but apparently the husband decided not to go. So they decided just to stay home and watch the kids. I got to hang out with her. It was pretty cool. It was in that Deep Ellum area.
Deep Ellum ain't safe no more, dude.
Oh, yeah.
One of the rappers recently canceled his show. I forgot who it was.
I think the day I went to this show, it was the day after the shooting.
All I know is one of the rappers who was supposed to rap when you have a concert there. He canceled that shit.
Oh yeah, no, that shooting was legit. Everybody was kind of scared about that for a while. Oh, it was the Bomb Factory, but they don't call it the Bomb Factory anymore. Now it's just called the Factory for obvious reasons. It was right next to Buzz Brews. It was actually closed down for renovations. I thought it was closed down completely because on Google it says permanently closed, but apparently it's only for renovations right now. I was going to go there and eat beforehand. I ended up going across the street to Uncle Ubber's. It was okay, but I wanted to go to Buzz Brews because my grandma had recently passed away. That was one of our big places we used to go all the time. So it was going to be nostalgic for me, but it wasn't in the stars. But it was really cool. Now, the ending is what really got me. I was sitting in the third row to the far left. Okay, if you're on stage, I'm on the far right. Now, my friend that I kind of met there and stood in line with and etc., her and her friend was sitting in the front middle row. Like, they had the best seats in the house. So I wanted to see them before they left. Come to find out, they left a little bit before the show actually ended because I guess her husband, the friend's husband, was picking them up. Mm-hmm. So I go to the front stage. I kind of lean on the stage and kind of look out and see if I can see them walking. And I don't see them. So I'm like, okay. So I'm just kind of on my phone, chillaxing. During the show, he did this joke where he's like, I can do whatever I want. I can break a board in half. And like somebody brings out a board and he just breaks it in half. Like one of those cheap, boards. Yeah. And he does it again, multiple times during the show. He's like, you want me to, you know what? I'll break another board. It's a running gag throughout the show. Well, apparently he signed those in the backstage. And then when I'm just sitting there chilling, I hear thump, 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 thump. And it's him throwing those boards out onto the edge of the stage with autographs on it. And as you can see on my wall over there, there's the piece of wood autograph used in the show.
Wow.
So, and it looks like my Uber Eats order of Chicken Express is about to be here.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, BRB.
Okay, so I don't know what the fuck we were even talking about, first of all. Who the fuck this guy is? Memento Mori? That's something from Destiny 2. One of my favorite hand cannons. Dr. Pepper is pretty bussin'. Give you a little ASMR. I'm pretty drunk, guys. That shot that Daddy White gave me was bussin'. Give it a little smoky aftertaste. Yeah, I'd say the Johnny Walker one we did a few episodes back is a lot better, though. Still pretty good. I wouldn't say it's mid. Oh, he's back too with the fucking chicken. Don't mind me, I was filling in while you're getting your shit.
That's fine. I think each board kind of broke in thirds. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'd say there's probably 9 boards. Definitely hundreds of people there.
Yeah.
Which was, what I didn't like is we got in early as part of the VIP access. And we kind of stood in line to get merch because we wanted to be able to get it out of the way before anybody else got any. And then one of the producers came out and was like, hey, he's about to start the Q&A if y'all want to go ahead and go out there and get merch later. And we're like, no, we want to go ahead and get it out of the way now. Come to find out, there's an intermission in between him doing the Q&A and the start of the show where we could have went and got merch. So we missed half of the Q&A just to get merch.
What the fuck?
But I ended up getting a t-shirt, and now I didn't get a piss bottle. He was selling piss bottles.
What the actual fuck, dude? First, we have these fucking cunts selling their bathwaters, and we have another cunt selling literal farts.
Okay, well, there wasn't any pee in it. It was a yellow bottle that just says, this bottle has piss.
So he's a fake motherfucker. He didn't go all out.
He didn't go all out.
Pussy.
But the only reason I didn't buy one is because they had to hold it for you because you can't have containers in the bar area. And I didn't want to have to come and have to pick them up after the show. The whole point of being there is I wanted the stuff now. The VIP came with an autograph poster. It came with some pins, a bag, a VIP lanyard. It was cool. I'm trying to remember anything else. Me and the friend that I met there had talked about, we didn't know if it was going to be good. Because the whole point is, so he did one show on a whim, like somewhere, probably in California. It was, I have to do this show. He sold tickets and it sold out. And he just did it for himself. He just wrote it. He tried to do the best he can. So successful that he eventually did, I have to do this tour. And it was good. I came in there with low expectations. I came in there to get a few chuckles, sit there and kind of enjoy probably YouTube video quality of like something he would do normally. No, it was actually really good. It was well produced, funny gags, really cool show, good audience interaction. It was overall a great experience. And if he ever came back, I would go again, as long as it wasn't the exact same show, because one of the things is he didn't want people to film it, because it would ruin the experience for
I
people.
wonder why he wouldn't want to film it.
Oh, and then at the very end, I was sitting outside waiting for my Uber, right? And then I hear it coming. The earth starts shaking. Like you saw Jurassic Park where you see the water like...
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, this like 500-pound woman walks out of the doors. I'm like, oh no. This is my ex-girlfriend.
Oh no.
And she had her new boy toy thing or whatever. She starts over every few months. And I was texting her sister because I didn't see her sister there and she was supposed to be there. And me and her sister's cool because she is dating my roommate. I don't know what the relationship is.
Wait, is this the same ex I'm thinking about?
Yeah, because I hooked her sister up with my roommate. So me and her sister's still cool.
Huh.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I was texting her. I was like, where were you? Apparently something personal came up and she couldn't show up. But and all of a sudden she's like, taking these wobble steps because she's so big that she can't walk normally. I think her new boyfriend was actually kind of holding on to her back like a piggyback ride. Anyways, they walked right past me and I tried not to make eye contact. And I don't think they saw me.
That's
so
good.
I escaped that awkward situation.
It really is like Jurassic Park. Just don't make any movements.
Yeah, if you don't move, they can't see you. Oh, when I was getting the wood pieces, one of the pieces that he threw onto the stage wasn't far enough to where anybody could get it. So this one woman was like, can I step on your back to get this wood piece? And I was like, you know what? Since I'm a simp, sure. But eventually one of the staff members came and gave it to somebody else, so she was out of luck.
Wow.
I was going to stay there and still look for my friends because that's the whole reason I was up at the stage. But when everybody saw me get one of the wooden pieces and put it in my bag, people kept looking at me and I was like, it's time for me to go. Appreciate you letting me ramble on. And I'm about to eat this amazing Chicken Express. Delicious, greasy. Like you bite into the chicken, it squirts out on you. Like every time you bite, you're...
Hello, I am the devil.
Okay.
Spell the words murder.
Wait a minute, what?
I command you to kill the family dog.